Imagine a figure so feared, so relentless, that even the galaxy's mightiest warriors tremble at the mere whisper of his name. A demon who doesn't just defeat his enemies, he takes their very essence, immortalizing their defeat in the gruesome tapestry of his cloak of skulls. This is Skulltaker, the sacred executioner of Khorne, and his story is a crimson-stained saga of power, vengeance, and unholy devotion. But what makes this blood-soaked champion stand apart in the grim darkness of the Warhammer universe? Let's find out. Skulltaker's legend began with a violent act that marked his creation. Upon coming into being, he immediately decapitated another bloodletter, a gruesome deed that set him on his eternal path of conquest. With each skull taken, his power grew, until he claimed his 888th victim. At this moment, Khorne himself anointed him as the sacred executioner, granting him the infamous title of Skulltaker. To seal his role as Khorne's ultimate reaper, Skulltaker was gifted the Slayer Sword, a weapon cursed with the blessings of the Blood God. The Slayer Sword is a blade of immense power, capable of cutting through the strongest armor and ending the lives of the galaxy's greatest warriors with a single decisive strike. Each death dealt by the blade feeds its insatiable thirst for the essence of its victims, further binding Skulltaker to his unholy purpose. A defining symbol of Skulltaker's victories is his Cloak of Skulls, a mantle woven from the remains of his most formidable victims. Each skull represents a champion who once stood tall but fell before the sacred executioner's blade. The cloak is not merely decorative. It radiates the lingering power of those it represents, amplifying Skulltaker's already fearsome presence. When enemies look into Skulltaker's eyes, they see more than death. They see judgment. In his gaze, they witness the wrath of Khorne himself, a reminder that no soul, no matter how strong, can escape his reach. The Cloak of Skulls serves as a chilling testament to his relentless pursuit of the Blood God's favor and his unending quest for worthy prey. On the battlefield, Skulltaker's purpose is clear: to seek out the strongest warriors and challenge them to single combat. Those who attempt to flee are hunted down without mercy, while those who stand and fight are slowly and agonizingly defeated. Skulltaker is a master duelist, dismantling his foes with precise strikes from the Slayer Sword. Once his victim falls, Skulltaker delivers the 8 words of sacrifice, invoking the wrath of Khorne as he burns the flesh from their skulls with warp flame. These charred trophies are then added to his grisly collection, their remains becoming part of the ever-growing Cloak of Skulls. Over the millennia, Skulltaker has carved a path of destruction through countless worlds, leaving behind a trail of carnage and shattered legends. Among his most infamous campaigns is the First War for Armageddon, where he fought alongside the demon Primarch Angron. During this campaign, Skulltaker faced the elite Grey Knights in ferocious combat, slaying several brother captains in displays of unparalleled brutality. Another notable campaign is the Agrippina VI Slaughter. Here, Skulltaker engaged in a grueling duel with the Orc warlord Grimsnag Urk. The battle raged for an entire day and night before Skulltaker emerged victorious, claiming Grimsnag's skull as one of his most prized trophies. Lastly, during the Haran Shamash incursion, Skulltaker hunted and killed numerous Craftworld Eldari exarchs. This campaign showcased his unmatched martial prowess, even against the most skilled and disciplined warriors of the Eldari race. Each of these battles left entire worlds devastated and served as a grim testament to Skulltaker's mastery and devotion to Khorne. His name is forever etched into the blood-soaked annals of history, a reminder of his unrelenting pursuit of worthy prey. Though Skulltaker often fights alone, there are times when he rides into battle atop Kul Tyron, a legendary juggernaut of Khorne. This monstrous creature was chosen specifically for its ferocity and unrelenting strength. Together, Skulltaker and Kul Tyron form a devastating force of destruction, tearing through enemies with unbridled savagery. Wherever they ride, entire battlefields are left drenched in blood. As Khorne's sacred executioner, Skulltaker holds a unique place within the blood god's hierarchy. Unlike other demonic champions, he operates independently, appearing where the bloodshed is greatest. His arrival is seen as an omen of doom, a sign that Khorne's gaze is fixed upon the conflict. Some scholars speculate that Skulltaker's ambitions extend beyond simple servitude. They believe his relentless drive stems from a desire to surpass even the demon princes, striving to become the greatest champion in the warp. This unyielding thirst for recognition pushes him to ever greater feats of violence and destruction, ensuring that his legend continues to grow. Skulltaker is the living embodiment of Khorne's wrath, a relentless force of destruction whose only purpose is to claim the skulls of the worthy. With the Slayer sword in hand and the Cloak of Skulls on his back, Skulltaker's presence on the battlefield is a guarantee of carnage and despair. His mastery of combat, coupled with his devotion to the blood god, makes him one of the most feared entities in the galaxy. To face Skulltaker is to confront the ultimate judgment of Khorne. Few survive the encounter, and none forget the terror of standing before Khorne's sacred executioner. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the grim and brutal character of Skulltaker, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to never miss another blood-soaked tale from the Warhammer 40k universe. Until next time, keep the warp in your heart and the Slayer sword in your hand.